It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers, versatile running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Panthers and the Giants. And it's...
The Panthers offense ready to get things started. The #1 team in the NFC to this point in the season. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back.
Coming off a strong performance a week ago, nearly 100 yards on the ground.
Yeah, obviously in good form coming in, and I enjoyed our meetings with the coaching staff. And based on those talks, he's got some good opportunities in this one as well.
Absolutely. The praise was effusive. He's going to tote the rock a lot, you would think. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Panthers come in looking for win number 8 on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Shows his strength at the 50. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check mega.
Young off the bootleg.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
To throw, Young.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Here we go, set. Ready.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it.
Panthers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season, and if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title.
Come on, set. Hey, go furious. Hut.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Ready.
From the 23, this is second and 3.
Strike. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not only was that a nice run, it's got to be a little bit of a confidence booster as they head towards the end of the first half.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Okay, ready? Ultra. Ready.
Young working out of the gun. Throw left side on target to Thielen. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
On the double. Ready.
Young will set to throw.
Got a man, that's Leggett.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Young.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Two yards to go, second down.
Hey, go steal.
Young now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Down. Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
Throwing. Young. For Marshall, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the set.
Young to throw it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Ready?
Young now.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Check, smash. Hut, hut.
Again, it's Young. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
As we send you back across the Atlantic to Orlando, as we say Guten Tag to our guys standing by, that's Jonathan Coachman. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number...
The Panthers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category.
Here we go. Check, hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go. Check, hut.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Smash. Ready. Hut.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Ready up.
Second down and a yard.
560. Here we go. Set. Hey, check mega. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
77 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Right. Check, strut, come on, set. Trouble, 38. Hut, hut.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Hey, go Fury. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
62 classical. Strike. Strike.
Young to throw it.
Got a man. That's Ligon.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Ready. Close. 10. Back. Ready. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
Check hut. Check pitch. Check fury. Check hut.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Third down and 1.
Hey, go steal. Set. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Brent, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
And a little pride throughout the organization here because they said going into the regular season 8 wins was the benchmark. They can check that box off the list.
And let's face it, many teams are going to say, well, 8 wins, how much is that? That's a big number for this team, and that was a great goal. And to reach it, that's just going to give them confidence moving forward.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers, versatile running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Panthers and the Chiefs.
The Panthers offense rested and ready coming off the open week in their schedule. And all eyes on this man, their star running back.
And he, like the rest of his mates, they got to be amped up. They get a shot at last year's Super Bowl champs.
Now, let's face it, everybody gets a little more amped up when they get a shot at the defending champs. In fact, you circle the game the moment it comes out on the calendar. But now you've got to control your emotions and just play your game.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Fight, 97. Let's go. 10 cycles. Mega. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready. 22 needle. Hey, check mega. Set.
A play fake. Now Young.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Panthers come in search of win number 9 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Young.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
Come on, set. Hut.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Here is Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Ready.
Now Young.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Okay,
A
right?
terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Check, smash. Ready.
They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Mega. Let's go. Hut.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got.
Drill, 52. Smash. Set.
They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if
Ready. Hey, check mega. Set.
On play action, Young.
the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Strike. Check strike.
In motion left, that's Thielen.
Ready?
Now here's Young. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Striker, 3-3. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, go Fury. Hut, hut.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Looking to throw, Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ultra. Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap,
team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
Set, ready. Check, theory. Set, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Down. Hey, go steal. Hey.
Right back to him on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here we go. 43 rail. Hut.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team game over personal protection.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Hey, check mega. Ready?
They'll try to throw now. Young. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. Set. Steal. Check steal. Hut, hut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Ultra. Ultra. Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Check Fury. Come on, set. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Third and 2.
Ready, ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Set, ready. Ready.
Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Bust through the tackle. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean,
It's week 13 of the NFL, and we've got the Panthers, versatile running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Panthers and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we... Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And coming out with them, it's the rookie, their second-round draft pick.
Spike 60. Set, hut. Hey, go steal. Hut, hut.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Go ultra. Set.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Set.
Young to throw on first down. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead and will return to Charlotte in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Check, smash. Ready?
On the toss, they'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 3rd and 7.
Mega. Ready. Hut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down is Young. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Come on, 38. Here we go, set. Hey, check mega. Steal. Check steal. Ready.
On 2nd down, Young. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Strike. Check, strike. Here we go.
Tremble comes in motion.
Set, go.
From the gun, it's Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
52 blaster. Hey, go Fury. Hut.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Strike. Ready.
To throw, Young. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch. They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, cross field. Hut, hut.
Now Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Set, hut. Set.
Young. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Panther first down.
Ultra. Go ultra. Set. Claws, 10. Check smash. Set.
Throwing is Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
Mega, mega.
Here's Young. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go. Young. He finds the big tight end, Tremble. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now.
The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown.
Ready. Ready.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Lavonte David doing his work on defense. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
To throw is Young. Catch made by Thielen. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have it up there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
Hey, check mega. Come on, set.
They send a receiver in motion left.
Set, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett.
Ready.
An enviable spot to operate from.
Still.
Here's 2nd and inches.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll stay on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey, go Fury. Hut.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll motion over Thielen.
Ready.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. He completes it to Marshall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
On the ready.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Strike. Strike. Ready.
Now a give on the ground. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
Ultra. Ultra. Hut, hut.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Set, hut. 22 needle. Hey, go steal. Set.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. Set. Set.
They'll drop to throw. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. The Panthers will take their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Here we go.
Now Young. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Here's Young to throw. This one into the hands of Marshall. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Ready, ready.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll do.
Ready.
The motion man is Sanders.
Ready.
His drive will start on the ground. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Second down and 8.
Here we go, set. Cut, cut.
Here's Young. That's into traffic, but taken in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Smack, smack. Here we go, here we go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Set, huh?
Young to throw on first down. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
Steal, check, ready, ready, set, go.
From the gun, it's Young. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Strike, check, strike. Cut.
Throwing on second down, Young. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Down. Hey, go Fury. Ready?
Young fires quick. That's Thielen. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Tremble comes in motion. On second down, Young. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. Third down coming up.
Set. Drill 52. Ultra. Set.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. I do believe he gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
Check Fury.
They send the tight end in motion.
Set.
On first down is Young. Along the sideline. Thielen there to pull it in.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
The Panthers, they're going to burn their third and final timeout.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Bryce Young, touchdown, Carolina. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.